Well, hi guys, welcome back to Linda's Pantry. And today, I wasn't gonna actually bring you along for this recipe, but there's been a lot of requests on a Facebook page that I belong to, and that's Nevada Chukar Hunters Facebook page. And then there's another one, German Shorthair Pointer Club, and all of these guys, or a lot of these guys, hunt chukar, which is an upland game bird. I will try to leave a picture at the end of the video if I can of what they look like. Nevada is full of them and they're delicious, and this is what we eat all winter. So this bowl is it represents 12 chukar. So my husband went hunting both days last weekend and got 6 each day. That's your limit. And so what I do once he gets home and he cleans them, we keep the legs and the breast meat, and I reserve the internal organs for the dogs. I take the gizzard out and peel it, and the heart and the liver, and the dogs get that as a treat. So nothing really goes to waste. We do skin them. They're not worth plucking in my opinion, but we don't waste anything. So the little breasts are nice. I take them back into the kitchen after he's done with them, do my inspection, and they get inspected again before I cook them, just like they're getting inspected right now. For any feathers that might be stuck to the sinew, or there might be a pellet. I did find a pellet in this leg. Very rare though do we get pellet, the shotgun pellets in there. He's pretty good about cleaning all that out. And I also brine these for at least 24 hours, but up to 3 days in a nice salt and sugar water solution. And if you'd like to, the next time he brings home birds, when it's my turn to help, if we actually get him and he brings them home to clean them, if you want to see that, I'll show you how we do it on video. But if not, if it's just that second process to get the brine ready and clean them, I can show you that too. But what I'm doing, okay guys, all right, so I finished with the meat, and that's probably 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds, probably 1.5 pounds of chukar meat. And I used both the light and the dark meat because we love both of them. In this bowl, I prepped 3 organic carrots out of my raised garden bed. Here it is December, and I'm still picking carrots. Although we're supposed to get some snow any minute. It's supposed to start. So, but your carrots can stay in a bed, especially a raised bed, because they're warmer. Over the winter, you can cover them with straw and keep them. If you let them come back the next spring, then they will go to seed, and you can keep your carrot seed. Okay, so I've got those carrots. I've got half of a yellow onion, about 1.5 cups of button mushrooms that I sliced up, 1 bundle, which are small because they're organic celery, and 2 red potatoes that I diced up pretty small. 1 big shallot, and so on that shallot was 4 cloves. I've also got 4 small cloves of garlic from the garlic out of my garden, and we've got cheese ready to go. I'm also going to add a little bit of Velveeta, and I can use my homemade Velveeta in this recipe. It actually is, I used a sharp cheddar in that, so if you haven't seen that video, I'll try to link it in the iCard above. You can do your own Velveeta right at home, and you don't have a list of sodium and all the things. I mean, cheese is still high in sodium, but you're not going to have added. Let's put it that way. I've got my chicken stock, and I've got 6 slices of smoked bacon that I'm going to render off and get crispy here. And as soon as it becomes as crispy as I'd like it, in my stock pot, and this is a 6-quart Cuisinart stock pot. As soon as that becomes crispy, I'm going to take it out and reserve it for later. I like to put it in at the last so it still has some integrity to it. If you leave it in, it still tastes wonderful. It just is a little softer texture. So let's saute the bacon, we'll saute the veggies, then we'll start adding everything. And one of these cartons of stock is about half full, so 1.5 quarts of organic chicken stock. And let's get cracking. Okay, I've put about a tablespoon, maybe not even a tablespoon, of olive oil to get the bacon started. And the pan is screaming hot. Okay, these are ready to take out. And I'm gonna turn my fire down, get this out onto a plate and reserve them for later. Oh my gosh, it smells really good already. And deglaze the bottom of the pan basically with my vegetables from them sweating down. I want to go ahead and sweat them. Get all of that in there. And as you stir it, it'll bring up that fond that's on the bottom of the pot. We're going to give this a little bit of salt. Not much because there's salt in the broth. There's also salt in the bacon. So about a half it. Well, that was a pinch. So a pinch of salt, 4 pinches of pepper. Turn your fire back up. And when these become a little bit translucent, then we're going to move on to the next part of the recipe. Okay, so we are back, and I'm going to put in just about a quarter of a teaspoon of fresh rosemary. I've turned my burner down so you could hear me, but if you can see, the bottom of the pan is now cleaned off pretty much. It will continue as when I add my chicken stock, which is going in. I'm going to go ahead with the meat, put that in, all of that right there. And oh, it's going to be such a great cheesy chukar chowder. Oh my gosh. Chicken stock. And we're going to be adding heavy cream later, so it's going to be pretty rich. I want the chicken stock to come up to, but not really over. We're right about there. That was a half a quart, so we really don't even need that other quart. Well, maybe a little bit. You want it right up, just covering your ingredients, because the cream is going to finish covering it up. So let's put the rest of it in. And remember, we're going to be adding the cheese at the end as well. And I put about 2 ounces of my homemade Velveeta cheese that's already in there. Now I've got about 3 ounces of sharp cheddar cheese. We're just going to break that up. It's going to make this delicious, don't worry. And then we're going to add our heavy cream. You want to melt your cheese in there. And all the vegetables and the meat is cooked through. The vegetables are tender. I am so excited because it's only 36 degrees last time I checked. It's going to get down to 16 tonight, and we're going to be hungry for a warm, comforting meal. So we're going to go ahead and add some heavy cream. And if you add enough heavy cream, and this is 40% fat, so we're just going to bring this back up to a simmer. I'm going to add a little bit more. We want it really creamy and thick and decadent. And right before I'm ready to serve it, I'm going to add my bacon back in. Now, you could just garnish your bowl with bacon, but because I only did 6 slices, let's see, I see some more cheese that's melting. It would be gone pretty quick. So we're just going to add it back into the chowder, and that way it goes a little further. Oh, it smells amazing. And now we just bring it back up to a simmer, and there you go. Doesn't that look delicious? And it's another way to use up that winter chukar that you guys are hunting for. And you can adapt this recipe to pheasant, to quail, dove, anything like that, blue grouse. Be sure and brine your meat though. And then the other thing is, change it over and do it with chicken if you don't have any of those other kind of birds. Because it's fantastic, no matter how you do it. So last step, guys, we are going to add our bacon that we reserved. It's all crispy. It's going to add a different texture to the chowder, and I don't know anybody that doesn't love bacon bits. So add that in right before you serve. It'll keep its crispy texture. Now you could just garnish it on top, and I've done that, and that's really impressive, but I see that we go through a lot of bacon, so let's dish this up a bowl. Ooh, oh my gosh. I'm super excited. Now, this is a pretty small bowl, but I'm a 1 cup of soup kind of girl. I try to keep my stuff in check here. And get some bacon in there. Oh, that looks delicious. It's cheesy, and I'm excited. Are you guys excited? Oh, I got carrots, chukar, celery. How am I gonna do this in a YouTube bite? Hello. I added some extra pepper to this off camera. So peppers to taste. We love a lot of black pepper. Okay, I can't seem to get everything I want. Let me get a piece of chukar. Small piece. Okay, there's a spoonful. It's probably not a YouTube bite, but we're gonna make it happen. All right, guys. Thick, cheesy chowder. Okay, here we go. OMG. I just want to tell you, this is so delicious. Just having that creamy cheese, potatoes, the red potatoes, there's not that many in there. It's not a diet food for sure, but if you have it in a small bowl like this, and it's a pretty small bowl, with a little toast point of your onion and cottage cheese bread, oh, this is so good. Trust me, if you want me to make it for you, I'll make you a recipe. It was delicious. I'm gonna opt out of the bread just because I think this is good enough. So I'm gonna see you next time, but go up in the iCard, check those links up there, go down in the About section and check the links that I've left for you. I'll leave a link to a Cuisinart contour pot. I've got a set of these from small to very large. I absolutely love them. I feel like they're the best stainless cookware I've ever owned. And they're pretty to look at. I mean, they shine up to a mirror finish. And anyway, I know everybody always asks about it, so I'm gonna leave a link down below for some of that. And as always, guys, I can't wait to see you next time for another delicious recipe. Let me know what you want to see next, and I'll see you next time. Bye!